So, God, there's a lot to talk about today. So, those of you who might be 40K fans, Games Workshop, they double bluffed everybody. Basically, they put out an announcement yesterday that squats are coming back, and everybody's all excited, but everyone then took a step back and said, are they really? It's April Fool's Day, and we know how posts are on April Fools. Yeah, there's that too. Other than that, it's April Fool's Day, and we know that most every announcement is to be suspect at best. So everyone's like, oh, are they really coming out? Well, they came out with an announcement today saying that that was a real announcement, and they just didn't think much about the day they were releasing it. I don't know if you believe it. Yeah, you know what? I have a dwarf from fantasy. I have the dwarf in the gyrocopter. Well, I'm not going to switch to a squat army from orcs because orcs forever. Hi, Golden Ghosty. Nice to have you here. I remember meeting you recently. I forget whose stream it was. It was one of the ones I think it was Gareth's stream. I think. Today's another double feature day too. Actually, Golden Ghosty, because we go raid the Ball GM when I'm done. So I like to team up. So I said today I'm going to be working on Mr. Grog. Oh. Uh-oh. You know what? I'm going to have to step away from my computer because I left my bag with all my paintbrushes downstairs, which is a great place for it. I totally forgot I didn't bring it up. Hang on, I will be right back. I've got so much, yes, Bone 6, Squats, and D&D. That's what's on tap for what I'd like to talk to, but you can talk to me about whatever you want. Of course, if you have links, actually, there's a link, although I don't know. Oh, wait, that's probably is one of his things. I will get right back, and we can chat about all sorts of stuff. I'm a loser, what can I say? All right, I'm back. That was really... I knew I was going to forget my bag someday and just leave it downstairs and start stream and not have any of my good paintbrushes. I have paintbrushes, but they're just not the good ones. All right, so let me go back into chat. Let's see. All right, so let's see what Baldy put it, because I'll bet you it's a picture. Yeah, it's a picture he did. So I want to share... crap, where did my window go? There's my window. All right, I want to see like a second, sorry guys, I want to see like a second window open for just Twitch and one for, I have like 20 windows. Okay, there we go. So there's the squats from back in the old days to get us all excited that the Ball GM painted up, oh God, how many years ago? Maybe it wasn't that many years ago. Actually, those stickers are all pretty recent. But, I likey. Actually, what I really likey are the eyes on those guys. Those are really cool. So, We definitely will do show. Let's see, I could do some show and tell today. What did I miss? What did I miss? Did I miss anything? And there's Fairy Dragons, Bone 6. Okay, yes, Bone 6. That was another point. So the first was squats, then is Bone 6. Bone 6, well, it's a Beat the Hydrator, I'm sure. Yes, it's a Beat the Hydrator. It's coming in with the hydrate. I may forget my brushes, but did not forget my drink. Bone 6, of course, launched. And of course, I'm gonna be all friggin' in. I'm not gonna be all in, but so far I think what I like for me, I do like the core set. I mean, there is minis in there that do exist. And I think that's one of the complaints is they're putting in too many minis that we already have. That they're converting from metal to bones. Hi, Pete. Oh, damn you, Pete. Let's see. I could grab the... How the hell have I almost killed another... I only drink one. I don't even fill up the damn glass, and I'm like almost through the second bottle. Briarwood Vale, which is... Oh my gosh, that is really cool. It looks like a very magical place. Alright. There we go. Take a shot from, I call it the boob glass. There's the boob glass. Okay, let's do this. Briarwood Vale, I love. The Pathfinder, oh, okay, so everyone's hitting on the ones I want to buy for me. Here's the Bone 6. I swear to God, Pete did that to get a bonus hydrate. Because I always follow it up with some Coke. Rum and Coke. What else could I say? Bone 6. Let's see. So, I do, you know what? I do have another page, but it's going to open up links on this one. Let me go. Alright, so I'll tell you what I like, personally. Kickstarter. I just cheat and kind of use my emails to find my way to the Kickstarter page. So I'm going to get the core set, even though I know there are minis that do exist. I actually don't own a lot of them. I own, there's some from that 25th anniversary line. Dormer, Diva, Eli, Quick Knight. There's a fourth one. My best mini ever painted is Sandra's Nightbloom, which is a druid. Why don't I actually put this up on display? That would be smart. Alright. So, Sandra's Nightbloom, this one here, I own that. I own Dormer, Diva, and there's someone else. Oh, Tara, because those were in the 25 anniversary set. But I'm very excited for the Bog Shambler. I may own this or something like that. I don't know. I'm excited for these four. I've got the... oh, it's a rogue. Okay, so I've got the rogue that I got for free. The bonus ones, I do have the... I think I have all three of those pirates. I'm not positive. I do not have the Sophies, and I'm really looking forward to them. I don't have the witches, and I really look forward to that, and I love these new guys. So I'm getting the core set. This Nightmare is just amazing. Oh, that's what's up. Oh, those are cool. I want the Green Griffin. I have a thing for taverns. I love taverns. I want the Green Griffin. And I'm really kind of excited to see this in a resculpt because I have the original. And I actually have her... Years ago, there was Casket Works magazine. And there was one with her on the cover that Talon, or Izzy Talon, did, their concept artist, in pencil. And I basically scanned it into the computer. And I use it still today as my desktop picture at work. But I really dig this. I love taverns. This actually matches the table and chairs that came in Bones 5. They get beds. It said if they hopefully they unlock the whole thing. I think they will. I like this, but I'm probably not gonna get it. I gotta draw a line somewhere. But this undead with this new crypt, which hopefully this just comes off rather than the last one that had to lock in. Not quite so good. I think this is better. They had to shave down it. Dwayne can tell you probably, yeah. And this is the one. Oh my god, I love this. Imagine painting these things, especially like the 4 seasons of sylphs. I love that. Love it, love it, love it. The part 2. Actually, the Kelpies are cool. The Will-O-Wisp. The Murder Hornet. The Murder Hornet that Jason Weeby sculpted like 2 years ago. When Murder Hornets first came out, and then the whole thing got overshadowed by the rest of the pandemic, understandably. But I'm really glad. To me, he's a little historical relic. And then, I mean, and I like all these big minis. This is a really good expansion, if it totally unlocks. But this part 5, the fairies, all the fairies, and these little mini dragons, and a uni dragon? It's a fairy dragon probably, but it's good. It looks like it's got unicorn horn. And that's really cool, and I definitely want that. And you're right, somebody mentioned the options. So if you're a new painter and you need paints, this is really a cheap way to get paints. By the way, I will get back to chat in a minute and see what you guys are all saying. I have a lot of these colors already, so I'm probably going to skip it. But if you don't, these are great. I said, there's a reason why I have a lot of these. I have these 3, especially I have Goblin Skin, I have Spectral Glow. It's like they're all really good colors. So it's a very solidly put together paint set. I said, these are all cool, but I said that Noel's not really my thing. I think this is kind of neat that it's like they had Build a Pirate, so now they have Build a Man at Arms or 6 Men at Arms, which is not bad for $14. But yeah, Baldy, I'm with you. The Chibi Pathfinder Iconics. I'm a big Pathfinder player. This is a must-have. Then they have orcs, they're like, and we're trying to get to this. And I definitely want those guys. We already said that the goblins are chibi anyways. So that's basically it. And I love it. Alright, let's see what you're all saying on there, because at some point I need to paint too. Hi, Attack! Oh, fuck you. Let's see. Sorry, pardon my French. Time to let's see if I can friggin' figure out how to ban him. Bye-bye. I think I just killed it. Okay, so there we go. Honestly, you know what? Those bots don't bother me too much because they just post their crap and they leave. They don't stay. So we were talking about, go back to chat, Bone Pete, we were talking about Bone 6. And I will also mention the fact that the April Fool's thing, that the April Fool's announcement that there are squats is actually true. Weasel, I saw the Weasel, yeah, I wonder what the Weasel Man, I heard I think Mrs. MLG came in and posted that there's going to be a Kraken. There's going to be a new Kraken, so my buddy can have maybe a much larger mate here. I'll break out the Kraken, even though nobody had points. Well, Baldy, you might have a lot of those paints. So, but yeah, my Kraken may have a partner. Because I wonder if it'll be bigger to be more in scale of the ship, so it can wreck the ship. Oh, he did. Wait, there we go. I'll just. Oh, ow. What am I caught on? I know what I'm caught on. Damn it. His tentacles get caught on my. I have a speaker, and this has a wire. It's gonna eat the camera. Ah! And I said, here he is. This is the Kraken, and he said he'll have a buddy. Get my hand out of the way. If this is any indication, this one was really cool. Even like this base is really cool. If this is any indication of what's to come, I'm excited. I love the Kraken. So that's like, and I mentioned, let's see, I said, I'll chat with whatever you guys want to talk about, but of course I mentioned to, there's D&D talk to be had. So, as you all know, I'm in a stream called Murder Hobo 8 because I've said it like 5,000 times. What am I painting here? Let's see, what am I working on, by the way? I might as well start them and chat while I'm talking because that's kind of the point. So he's got a bag on him. He's got the weapons. I think today I might focus on trying to do like the little details like the belt buckles and things like that, and probably that bag. And there's little raised areas on his belt in the back that I'm still kind of debating what to do. So let me grab my game journal, which incidentally I still have to finish writing a last session into because well, it's gonna be kind of hard. Let me grab my wet palette. I don't know how wet it is though. It may be wet. It may not be that wet anymore. I think it was starting to dry out. Oh, it's also getting full. I will use it for now. It's still wet. Good. It's still wet and there may be room on it. Alright, I'm gonna do one other thing. I'm going online to look up a grog. I want the miniature this time because I'm looking for some ideas here. Actually, maybe I'll do it. I mean, Grog is the type that to me, he's practical. He's not flashy. So, maybe I'll do it. Keep the bag. Maybe I'll do it a lighter brown. You know, keep it somewhere in the neighborhood of where, you know, keep it said. He's not flashy. He would just get a plain brown, useful bag. And I said, I am looking at the minis, but honestly, I just came up with that opinion on my own. Yay! Oh, hi, Ken. Wait, Ken from Tavern, who got into 3D printing, Ken? Or whatever? Wait, was it actually 3D printing? I remember what you were making. Holy crap, you found me. Well, you're on my Facebook, so you probably came across it. Oh my god. Well, I'm still there. You've been gone for a long time. And we probably had, I don't know, 3 complete turnovers of the engineering department. Laser, that's right, you do laser cutting. How's that going? I actually haven't, it's sad, I haven't seen any posts on, stuff you've been making there. But yeah, you end up leaving Tavern. I don't know what you do if you have that's I know that's your business. I don't know if you have a day job. Like painting minis is my business, and I have my day job, which is still at Tavern. I'm going to leave when I retire, I think, at this point. So, but welcome to my little world of painting, and feel free to ask me anything I'm doing, or talk about whatever. I said, I don't know, I wasn't quite as nerdy back then as I am now. I'm like 100 times worse. Alright, so I need that. I'm just thinking about what colors do I need to paint gold. I'm going to take, they're almost the same color. I'm going to do Palomino gold, and I need a brown. I want to start with a brown. Oh, that's not brown, that's gray. Come on. Oh, I know I do. I like to use ready leather. I don't have to try it. I'm making it up here for the gold bits. Oh, and I was going to do, so I'm going to take that aside. And then I want to grab leather brown for his, start with this color. So, as I said, it's So I said D&D. So as I said, I play on a stream that you can see called a Murder Hobo Inc. or M Hobo Inc. And we had a death of a PC. It was not mine. It was not unexpected, but it sucked. Oh, thank you for following, Mr. Ken. I said, actually, it's good to see you. It's been so many years. Let's see, I need a brush. Where's my good brush? There we go. There's my brush. So we had a death in the family. So if anyone ever wanted to see me cry on stream, there you go. I actually cried during that because I will say this, my best friend and our GM are really good storytellers. And basically, they did a whole thing when he was making and failing his death saves. It was exciting because it literally came down to the last save. So it's 5e D&D, so you make 3 death saves. We have to roll a 10 or above. No modifiers or anything like that. And he rolled 2 successes. 20 years. Oh my god, was it that long ago? I'm in there for 20. Wow, that was pretty early on in my career because I've only been there I've been there for 28 years. I basically started right out of college. I remember when Tech Print was in Woburn, and I remember the old building. And then 25 years ago this year, and I know because I literally moved the same week I got married. We moved to where we currently are in Lawrence. So, but anyways, so yeah, he literally came down to, he made his first 2 death saves, so I was really hopeful, and then he failed the last 3. And I'm like, are you motherfucker? But when he was doing it, they went down like memory lane for the characters, so he did things like talk about when he was a kid, and I'm like sitting there, and then he dies, and I'm like, I just start crying. I leaned into it. I leaned into it for the role-playing aspect. Because that's how my character's on edge anyway. She's had a rough go. So, yeah, I cried on stream for a D&D game. I don't know if anyone's ever had that level of roleplay in their life, but hopefully you do, because it's amazing. It's why I really love playing the game. I don't even care it's on stream. I just really enjoy playing the game. Most of my games are private, so I'm excited because it's Pirate Weekend too. Although we're probably going to have to play remotely if people want. My husband has a cold. Alright, so there's the bag. Oh, nope, I think maybe it needs a little more. I'm trying to no, I think I did get in there. I think it's just a shadow that's kind of screwing it up. I think I'm going to go into... Oh, motherfucker. Dropped. My paintbrush rolled off the table. The one, of course, I'm using. There we go. Alright, where's Crimson? Is Crimson here today? I don't think he is, because he always points out when I drop something. That's right, he's not here today. He's not making me wear a pirate hat either. Paints. You grab all my paints, because I want my washes. Not that one. Where's my wash? I see no oil. Of course, the one I can't. There we go. The one I find last, of course, is the one I need. Isn't that the way it always is? Oh my god. So you know what, Ken? You could always stream your laser stuff. It seems like there's a market for streaming anything. What the hell? It's just so on the top of this is like a white. Oh, must have been when I was doing the white fur. Yep, that's probably it. Shoot. I gotta touch that up. Well, it does keep the paints so that I can re-wet them. It's a little bit too dry. Alright, let's see if I can fix that. There's one color. What have we got? I got black. That was a bad one. Oh, well, I do see it. It's right here. I still forgot. I still need a highlight around his chin. Maybe I'll do that actually with the color, with that leather color. And then I gotta fix this a little bit in here. Okay, that is better. Good thing I got glasses, otherwise I can't see. Alright, so I'm gonna use Agrex Earthshade on the bag. This will also help me see like details and things that I might want to highlight. But it'll really bring them out. Also, it'll fill any the recesses that might get missed or little spots or whatever. It'll fill those in. Like I see a spot right there. I can see it. I don't think any of you can. Thank you. All right. Yeah, absolutely. Well, you could have. Well, I don't know. Engineering might be. I need another freaking designer. Oh, Ken. Wait. Do you remember? Do you remember Tony Antonoro? Speaking of old timers, he came back after 20 years. He came back. He was in the art department for a while. And I want to say, if you were there 20 years ago, then you probably know who I'm talking about. If you're still here. Otherwise, I'll let you know. I'll let him know outside. But it was really interesting. One of our designers came back. But they didn't put him in the design department because, we need him. He's going to do some, but we need a full-timer. Oops, I need a little more. I miss working with him, too. Ken was cool. Okay. So I said, I want to highlight. It's always good to let the washes dry pretty well, and it takes a bit for it to dry, too. It dries a little slower than acrylic paint. Shanur! Hey there! How you doing today? I'm so happy I got to stream today because I get to hang out with all the people. Everyone would be normally in bed when I'm streaming during the weeknights. I gotta switch. I gotta switch because I'm finding it hard to see with those glasses on when I'm trying to paint there. I'm trying to remember what you've been working on, Shanura. If you have, I don't remember. I think no, you did post something after Baba Yaga, I think. Oh, okay. So I just noticed, my bestie texted me. And I didn't think I was going to have to actually go in there. And sure enough, I basically posted that the whole rumor about the squats about that being a fake post. It wasn't a fake post, it was real, so he is all excited. No! It's Crimson. Alright, give me a minute. Don't get me too hammered today. I actually have to go out tonight. Hang on a sec. Let me just finish painting what I was about to do. Oh wait, there's the pile of paint. Hi, Crimson! So I said I'm all excited because I said, I love Saturdays because I can hang out. Ooh. Get some of the paint off. I can hang out with all the people from overseas who are normally in bed. And I was saying, they do. No, I'm not gonna. It's with my mother there. No, I'm not gonna get hammered. Plus, I might be the one. Well, we'll see. I might be the one driving. So, I don't also tend to get hammered. Even, this is probably the most drunk I've been. Well, it's the most drunk I've been in a while. I remember one time at King Richard's, because wine does it to me. Wine does it to me pretty quickly. And I had mead at King Richard's, and it wasn't... And yeah, everything was spinning. The drinking game, don't you... You know, I will flip and set it to a half-hour cooldown if you guys abuse it. I will totally do that. See, Shannara, this is the problem. This is what you miss on weeknights. You'd have to get up really early in the morning, though, to do it. So speaking of games, this is another thing I actually saw. Somebody reposted and they linked me in it on Facebook. It was a old Foxtrot cartoon from 2017, and basically, you know what's funny? I don't know why I didn't follow that. I should have followed it because I really love Foxtrot, especially since there's D&D references in that cartoon comic. And basically, it was, I don't remember the characters' names, but it was the nerdy son with his nerdy friend playing Dungeons & Dragons with minis. But what was going on was every time that they would the characters were taking damage, they would take the character and they would paint the damage on it. And the joke at the end is, you know, you don't have to put in so many details. You know, there's such a thing as too many details in a mini. And I'm like, perish that thought. But I was thinking, you know, actually, I think I'm going to be out of alcohol. You guys are going to be stuck. Haha. I can get my husband. I can't believe. I don't drink that much. Damn it. How am I already through another bottle? Well, I guess it's a really small bottle. I'm going to have to see if I can get some more. I think we're you know what? I may have to kill it because I think we're actually out. Shoot. I liked it. I was trying to, you know what though? You were trying to point out the eyes, but the problem is the picture's not great, so I couldn't make them out too well. I think they're good. I think that they are good. All right. We're out of freaking, there's whiskey. They're not really, I guess it's really smooth whiskey. All right, hang on. I'm going to see, but I think I'm pretty much out. We had like a big bottle of Kraken and this little bottle. And see, it's like, sadly, it's empty. Although part of the thing is, of course, sharing the glass. Oh. Of course, it's heavy on that side, so it's just going to roll. Hang on, I can go see. But I think we might be out of, or there's very little left. We might have a tiny bit left in the big bottle. 3's enough, though. Hey, honey? Do we have any more Kraken? bottle is small. Apparently, one shot at a time, like, it only has about 10 shots in it. Maybe. Yeah, we don't have much. Fine, bring me the bottle. Because I just killed it. Well, I think there's only about 10 shots in the bottle. Oh, there is some in there. Okay. There's more than I thought, yeah. Shanur thought he was going to come on here and sing me. You're going to have to drive tonight, you know.
I know.
We need more, dear. See, we like it. This is what we started with. That's all that's left in the house. Hubby, exactly. That's why I left it on. I didn't put it on. I'm taking a break. Because I figured you guys might get a kick out of you saying, honey, I need more alcohol. All right, fine. I'm going to leave that there. Half the fun of this reward is I show off the glass. I show off Bunny's gift. I literally think there's only about 10 shots in this. Because you guys I only drink it when I'm here. I don't drink it outside of here. That's why I'm not an alcoholic, Pete. The most I ever drink now is on the stream. And, but let's do a little, since I've got people here, let's do a little share, huh? Let's share what people have been working on. At least in what people have finished. Once I get, Discord to boot up. And then we'll go to my page. Finished. So, as I said, okay, yeah, there was some good stuff this week. Shanur, I'm going to share your stuff too. In fact, I did share your stuff the other night, but I am all game for doing it again. I can't get to the picture. That's great. All right, so let's see, Discord. Just click on that. So, Shanur finished. You know, Shanur, you had such a brilliant idea. It's too bad you make a diorama of the satyr. The satyr's the next one. Greeting Gonzo in Narnia. But I really love it. I love these minis. They're so cool. I believe they're 3D printed. Yes, Baldy, you have to finish. I will share finished minis in my Discord that you guys post there. But you do have to finish them. Motivation, right? So, I love these minis. They have the Muppets. I think they had the Narnia ones. Shanur posted the link in the channel called Temptation Island, which is where people can go on my Discord to post stuff they're doing. Actually, I should put down, one of my friends just launched a Patreon for Starfinder stuff. So, I might put that down. And then, but I said it would have been cool if Mr. Tumnus, which I believe who that is, would be greeting Gonzo and Narnia. But I really like it. Really like it. Nice job on nice painting those. Good job. And it's a great minis. This is why I want a 3D printer. And then I'm going to go to the group. All right, so I think I did show these the other night when his three, I forget what they are. I don't do well with the names. But he made little 3D printed, he got some 3D printed pillars instead of the flight stands because he doesn't like them, and that's very fair. Ilaria, by the way, his name is Eric, and he came and joined us in our paint day, and he does some phenomenal work. I love his work. That's so good. That thing, too, if you post stuff in my Discord, I will try to always get back and comment on for you. Try to give you something nice and maybe some feedback. Rathmore, okay, so this one I want to show was the whole line of all the badass ladies, the henchwoman from Reaper Bones 5. And he did a killer job on them. This color scheme it's off the charts. And it's something I'd like to do where it's not real obvious that it all goes together, but I love it. I love it. It's so crazy. And the OSL on her, just really great set and so colorful. Boy, that veil, the Briarwood veil, he will do real well with that if he gets it. And then, yes, and here's what Kevin was talking about, Crimson was talking about. Problem is that unfortunately they're so small, I can't see the eye real well, but I think I kind of made it out. I think I did it in this one too, because I think this was actually the best picture of the bunch, of the mini itself. But here's the other. But nicely done. These are going to look great on the table. I like your basing too. Basing's nice. But good job. Good job. I also love the minis with LOL. I do like the minis with some of these fiddly bits and stuff on them, so. And I think that's what's in there. So that's basically what got shared there in the last few days since last. Yeah, that is him. Crimson is Kevin. Kevin and I know each other in reality. He comes to our paint days, but we've known each other for years. I believe we met at another anime con because he's like our head of security, so. All right. Excellent submissions this week. I'm really happy. And you know what? Mini Mommy is started in Mini. What the hell did I just hear? I just heard a boom. I heard a noise on Discord. Alright, I'm going to close this. I'm sorry. Oh, I just blew my nose off my face. So, yeah. I mean, alright, let's get rid of the glass. Oh, shoot, I think it spilled. I have a drinking problem. Apparently the glass spilled. I love, by the way, I gotta say, thank you guys for posting in my Discord. I know there's a lot of others, but, and I do actually, I'm on a lot of others, so I'll see stuff there, but I also appreciate here because there are people that I have on this Discord that are not part of the others, so it's really cool for them to see work. What's his name? I shut that out now. Rocket Koopa, I think is what he goes by in my... Yeah, Rocket Koopa. He is also a close friend of mine. And he's not really on anybody else's Discord, so please share. And I know he goes there, he'll see stuff, so... he is a pretty good mini painter in his own right. So enjoy what he posts when he does. He doesn't paint that often. By the way, yeah, Mommy, that mini you're doing is awesome. I love that scene. I don't know if you made the base or it came with that base. Because, I mean, I've seen you can get crystals and stuff to add on a base. And it's really cool. Alright, let me actually get back to doing this. So, I'm looking at the bag. Now, the thing of it is when you... It's beautiful though. It's really beautiful. I love that mini. I wonder if Rathmore did one, either that model or one that was just like it. I'm just gonna go back over this because it does stick more in the recesses when it's in ink like this, but it still does kind of tint the mini. So it will actually, so you can actually go back in and do a bit of highlighting using just the base color after you've washed something. And I realize I gotta come a little further on the strap. And it should, regardless of what's going on in the sculpt, it really should make its way around what it's hooked onto, which is the top of this belt. Paint plastic surgery is a thing. So I think I've talked about everything I was going to bring to the table. It's a rebuild. Oh, yes. Okay, you did sculpt that base. As I said, I think Rathmore just did that model. Or something like it. I know he's got a lot of the Reaper bone stuff. So, that's like, you know, why do you think we spend all this money on those damn Kickstarters? Excuse me. Because those models are cool. And you know what happens to me is like, I'll not get something and then I'll have regret later that I didn't get it. Especially when I see like what Mini Mommy is gonna do, I'm sure. And what Rathmore did on that. And I'm like, geez, that's a really cool model. I kind of wish I had it. I may have it. Maybe in one of the, because I have the Brinewind set, and it does definitely seem like a Brinewind type piece. But I don't remember which thing it came in. Oh, wait, no, the Elemental Scions. So that would have been fan favorites. And I did not get that in the last. I spent enough money in the last Kickstarter. I wasn't going to add more. I suspect I'm not going to spend as much this Kickstarter. I mean, well, there's no pirate ship. There may be a Kraken, but there's no pirate ship. That is definitely a recess. Maybe I'll put... I'm thinking, it is really cool. The box set 4 sides. Oh, yeah, that's right. I think, though, I have one of them. I think that's half the issue. Because isn't the fire lady, is it like a fire genasi or something? Isn't she in it? The fire djinn? People know I'm talking about who know Reaper. It's the lady with the fire hair and the 2 swords and who's actually kind of large. I have her. So, although I can't figure out how to put her together. Like there's something wrong with the way she goes together. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. More sense. 40 did seem like a lot. $10 a mini? They are bigger minis, but still. Actually, how many come in that? Oh, it's only the 4 scions. Okay. It is only 4. Actually, I'm going to take my shading ink again. I'm actually going to use it to like shade in these little recesses. I'm actually using the ink to bring these little indents here. I want them to hide a bit more. And there's a spot there, way inside. I don't mind using this, but it probably, yeah, I'm perfectly fine. It's so far inside that I kind of want to make it dark. So I saw a spot there I missed. I'm just going to hit it with some of this shading ink. I'm kind of basically doing a directed, where I'm not doing the whole thing with just the shading ink. The last I finished from that box, there's the fish guy I'm on now, male Freedy-looking guy, and the male genie. Yeah. She's cool, and I said, my thing, it's time, as I listen to Crimson say, stop playing 6 games. No. Every time I complain about time, not having time for things. Stop playing 6 games. No. Nope. Absolutely not. I will play 7 games once I get back into the other game. At some point, I'll get back into that game. No. I like my 6 games. I love them all. As I said, although I said earlier, the one from Thursday made me cry, so I actually cried. But it was appropriate and it was good role playing. I will cry for the sake of good role playing. I think I might do something interesting with that character too, because basically I'm playing a ranger that I built him when I was on a Grimm. People remember the show Grimm. I was on a Grimm binge, and I was like, that'd be really cool to make a D&D character. No, what the hell are you doing? What are you clipping? Thank you. I don't get a lot of clips. I appreciate it, even if it's going to make me look silly. Yeah, gifify me. So, yeah. I said Thursday was a rough session. But it was so good. It was so amazing. Yeah, the things you did not hear at the beginning. By the way, Shanur and Crimson, squats! Squats are real. It's not a friggin' joke. Are we excited? Space dwarves? I know Baldy was excited because he had some space dwarves from back in the day. I have sitting in my stuff. I have it's from 40K Fantasy though. But I have a dwarf and I called it the Rafflecopter. I mean, I wasn't really around, but I do have that one where basically, that's also my example of really bad, a really not well executed mini in order to put together, because the dwarf it's a gyrocopter, and it was from fantasy. And I mean, the orcs are still going to have that similar vibe, and I would think the dwarfs. The dwarf models are going to be killer. They're going to look great. I said I love the aesthetic of them. Oh, well, that's true. I mean, yeah, obviously it is going to mean something. But for me, it's the models. I'm a mini painter. I mean, what can I say? Actually, I like the minis. I like collecting the minis more than I probably like playing the games. Other than D&D. I'm going to go back to the top part of this and go over some of these lines again. Actually, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a little black. But I think the funniest part of this whole thing, of course, is they made the announcement on April Fool's Day. So everybody's like, is it real? I mean, even I was like, I definitely am in camp. Everything is sus on April Fool's Day. I want these still to be mostly black. Baldy's old like me, so he knows. I just didn't get into it to Warhammer stuff until relatively later. I still kind of want this thing here that I'm working on to read as more black. It can be like the other, a somewhat warm black. Whew. Come on, Shanur, drink with me. Forget about fresh water. Put some alcohol in there. What do I think I got left in that bottle? Maybe 2 shots, if I stretch it. Fortunately, I mean, I said I am going out later to we're gonna go to a hibachi restaurant, Chinese or whatever, a hibachi restaurant where they, cook in front of you, and it's really good. But said yes, I'm with family, so I can't really get hammered. Let's see. Oh, my brother has not passed the 50 threshold yet. He's about 2 years younger than me, so he likes to remind me of that he's not yet 50. Next year, though, I told his wife that next year when he hits 50 and that AARP friggin' thing shows up at his door, that she needs to laugh hysterically at him and point. Granted, she's older than all of us. She's by a couple of years. It's not by much. Alright, let me do some highlighting. I was thinking of putting on some of these raised, but yeah, I'm just going to leave it this color. I say Grog to me is a practical orc, a practical Goliath. God, I'm stuck on orcs for some reason. I'm not really sure why. Damn it. I think I need to change brushes too, because I want to do some detail work. This one might be a little big. Granted, I know I'm the first to say, well, it doesn't matter too much as long as the point is pointy, and actually in some ways it's better to have a bigger gauge brush. It'll hold more paint and it'll stay wetter longer. My most attachment is me and my friends had a 7,000 point battle. Oh my god! Oh my god! I mean, a lot of paddles are 2,000 points. I know the tournament was 2,000 points. 7,000 points? That's apocalypse level. Eldar versus Space Wolves, including one squad of squats. And the Space Wolves, my army, was whipped off the table in 2 rounds. Only the 5 squads could standing defending and a wooden outhouse. Wait, you had a wooden outhouse as an objective? Oh, alright, that's fair. It could be. It could be. I'm sorry, I kind of figured the points didn't change horribly much, but you may be right. So I'm just making a little bit of a lighter color here. I mean, when you make a lighter color. Oh, I've got, you know what? I'm taking that down. I'm going to do it right now because if I don't, I'll forget. We are no longer doing, well, I said, if people still got Baba Yagas to do, I'll still take them. But, I actually should shut that off. I've just been, I just totally forget about it. It should be a timer. Where is it? Iris. Okay, we shut that off. I don't have. Whoops, go away. Sorry while I fix this. Okay. That should solve that. Come on. No, the outhouse was just a terrain piece. But it's where they made the last stand. But yeah, but it was where they made, oh, sorry. But yes, point-wise, it would have been a 10,000, oh my god. No, it's even worse than I imagined. A 10,000 point battle. They made a lot of things cheaper. I'm so sad it only lasted like friggin' 2 rounds. What's your, wait, hi Acid Burn, first of all, hello. Welcome Acid Burn Punk. He is going back to streaming, so I'm going to do a little shout out. People should follow him, but he's going to get back to streaming. So, due to reasons. I believe I think all my Blood Raves are up to about 10,000 points. I did the math once. He's got, I mean, yours is what, an entire company? It's huge. He's painting so many Blood Ravens. I'm glad I got to paint 2 of them. So I'm represented there with 2 of them. Company, yeah. Company plus. Okay, that's fair. No, I said if you... Oh, by the way, I do have my own Discord now because don't we all? I had reasons, though, for making that Discord. It was to keep in touch with people from another server that I left. So, is what it is. Of course. You deserve it, man. I mean, I love to support all streamers. It's a struggle out here. I mean, I do this because I really like to chat with you guys and paint. It gives me an excuse to paint my own stuff that I've been sitting around in my closet of shame and some on my shelf. My Crit Roll minis are all up like in a place of honor on my shelf because Crit Roll. Oh, nice. Why don't they give me a damn slot on the Pyro Club? Because I'm like never. I know. I'm there, but I'm never there. But that's great. You should. You deserve it. You definitely are a very active person. At least I'm like every time they have their Monday night hangouts, you're always there. So, and I'm not. It's not that I don't love you guys. It's that some Monday nights I just need to get stuff done, or I'm listening to either Wapple stream or if Gareth has a Monday night stream. It was more because I was quitting my job to go back to this and needed Discord spot there. That's great. Yeah, I mean, no, you deserve it, and you said, and I know you kind of need it. So, to really try to launch your stream. But I said, people follow this guy, and if he's on, pay him a visit. This is his thing. Me, this is something I do. This is something I do because I really enjoy it and such. And said for Acid Burn, it's also, it is your thing. I'm trying to figure out how to say this because I don't. Every thing I'm coming up with now is sounds terrible in my head. It was more because quitting your job to go back to this and you do it. So yeah, trying to turn it. So that's basically what I'm trying to say. And I said I'm trying. Everything I'm coming off the top of my head sounds insulting, and I don't want to do that because I think it's really cool if you can turn it into your profession. So please follow him and help him. He's streamed before, and then he said he got a job, but it just didn't work out, and he wants to go and make this a full-time gig. He's a good guy, and he's also local. He's local to me. He's from about halfway out in Massachusetts. He's one of our Massachusetts streamers because there's a bunch of us who actually stream in Massachusetts. It's friggin' crazy. Yeah, and I get that. I was like, I was gonna say I don't know how I do. Honestly, I do not even know how I handle my own job because the stress levels are there too, especially nowadays because I'm basically the only designer, and it gets busy and it's overwhelming. So I totally understand what I think some part of it is that I don't think your boss was that supportive. Mine is, and I think that is a big, big help. She's been nothing but great to me this whole time. Although she is going now, you could work overtime. I'm like, well, if I start now and I cave in again, I'm going to be working overtime every summer until I friggin' retire. Yeah, exactly. Mine was basically my boss even before. But at least I've always recognized her as such. And the thing of it is, though, she did something that most bosses would never do. Not even my previous one, who actually ran the department. And that was give me autonomy. I can go, if I have a problem, I can go ask and deal with problems myself rather than giving them all to her. Because a lot of people in my company thinks that that's the way I should handle it. But, and it's not for nothing. This is not on her at all. There's that game Telephone where you tell somebody something and then they tell somebody something. And oftentimes it gets, what you tell them is not how it ends up coming out. And with me, I've got the context that she doesn't have. And I saw this with the previous supervisor too. I would ask him questions and they wouldn't get answered. And they were important. And then we'd have to go back after it was proved and ask the questions. But she gives me that level of autonomy, and I think that really helps. She's a good supervisor. And I think the biggest thing is we have each other's backs. So it is sort of like a you and I against the world. And she is a she, so to a degree, we don't have, it's not as bad at my place with the fact that we are women, and it is kind of a boys' club. It's not, I think she thinks it's worse than I do. But I do see it. I do absolutely see it. That there are men there that kind of slide. They do things and they aren't held accountable for it. We got one guy who basically, we need information for him to proceed with getting plates for him to be able to print with. Sorry, I want to take a drink. But the thing of it is, we'll give him the jobs and he'll sit on them for 2 or 3 weeks. It's literally something he fills out that takes about 10 minutes. No, it probably takes about 2 minutes to do. And I won't see it for 2 weeks. It had to happen this week, and the jobs were late. No one ever holds this guy accountable, and they should. But they'll come and yell at us because we didn't babysit him. So, it's like, what are we supposed to friggin' do? And that's where she has my back. So she'll fight in that arena. I mean, I will have her back too. But it's like, I totally get what you're saying. You were stuck in corporate world. You were a number, my work was a static. Yeah. I mean, you were production. And admittedly, I'm in production too in a way. But and my husband's in a production because he does passports. So that is a production, heavy production. And he's got quotas and stuff he's got to hit. Thank freaking God my company doesn't do that to me. I just have to try to get things done. Right now, it's a little overwhelming. Right now, it's actually pretty bad. And it's March. So this is when it all flipping went nuts last year, and it started this year. And literally up until I went to ReaperCon, we were busy. And then the week I went to ReaperCon, it tailed off. And then it was manageable pretty much until now. So, but the annoying thing was they hired, I mentioned earlier, they hired somebody who was there 20 years ago. 20 years ago, who was a designer. Who has been a designer. Now, granted, we have to still show them all the new stuff and changes that have been made in the last 20 years. But he was put in a different department. He will do some design work, absolutely. But he was put laying out the jobs. Basically, when they lay out the jobs, they tell us how they're going to be produced. What all the steps we need to do. So, it goes from me to pre-press QC, which basically we check films and things or whatever, and then it goes out to the floor and gets the material gets power cut, then it gets silk screen, then it gets laminated, and then die cut, and then inspected. I do more than that. We also have rolls and things too. So that's what layout does, and then they tell me how many up I need to put on my film and things like that. They tell me everything I need to know. So they stuck him there, which I don't want to say anybody can do it, but you don't need technical training in Adobe Illustrator to do it. You can be taught to do that job. The problem is designers need to be good at Illustrator, and that's not something that you can train easily or quickly. That's the problem. It's the quickly. If I could train somebody quickly on it, I would do it. But so instead of giving them to us full time, they stick them there, and it's like, well, that's gonna really help, which it's not. So it's like, okay, so you're not serious about fixing the problem in this department that we are understaffed. Okay, then I'm just gonna go home every day at 4 until you do fix this problem. No, that's respectable. Adobe is not cheap, but for my job, I need Adobe. You know, I need that level. Corel's not bad. I will not diss Corel. It is not a bad system at all, but it's not Adobe Illustrator. And it doesn't have all the features. Adobe has more features. Of course, this is a double slam. So, of course, we have a printer. It's a Konica Minolta, and they never updated. It's an old printer. They never updated the drivers to a level that the newest versions of the Mac OS, Mac's OS can handle it. So I have to actually literally stay, about 2 or 3 versions, OSs behind, because I wouldn't be able to print to my printer I need to. And they won't they need to change that printer. Yeah, I think that's the... I agree. I prefer Corel, but as an independent starting off, I just can't. You prefer Adobe, but as an independent starting out, you can't afford it. That's it. It's very fair. I've looked at the prices per month. It's like, what, $50 to just subscribe to friggin' Adobe Illustrator and Photoshop or more? And I'm like, I'm not paying for it. Especially since I get it at work. In fact, actually, I could put it on my machine here because I have the license of 40. The license covers 2 machines, so I could actually steal my work one for here. But I haven't done it because I have a PC here, and I like working with Macs with Adobe. It's just what I'm used to. I'm not saying Macs are better, although in a way I think they are. But that's because, as I said, I work with them. And that's what I've been working with for 28 years. Okay, I think that's good. But good luck. I really, I hope you do it. It always does my heart a lot of joy, a lot of good, and brings me a lot of joy when I see somebody who does make it, who actually can paint full time. Corel I'd buy for around $500 for one-time purchase. Mac for work, PC for game. Yeah, that's kind of the deal. I have a Mac at work. I have had a Mac here. I had one of the older versions, but now it's really old. I can't update it anymore. And I really like it, but it is costly. But then again, PCs have caught up because of the whole the chip shortage. Now I'm basically now going in. I'm gonna start doing some of these. I'm gonna start doing some of these metally bits. So now I'm going to paint them all dark brown. Some of them kind of already are. I still have to figure out what I'm going to do, those little things on the back. Maybe I will do them a non-metal metallic too. The first color you always want to start with, like gold, is you want to start with a brown. Biggest thing about normal metallic, it does tend to be somewhat time consuming. I think that's going to be a thing. There's like a... Hi, PT! That's good. Yeah, PCs are strong if you know how to build them. And that's actually the thing. I didn't build mine, but my best friend built mine. Between him, my husband, my family, my mother, I think my brother all got in on it. And they all checked money, my best friend's way, and we picked up the components and he put it together. He's pretty good at building computers, and this thing is solid. I literally lucked out though. I literally got the chips and everything right before they all started disappearing, like right before the shortage. Because we brought something back. We had, I forget what we brought. We brought a couple of things that we didn't use. I think one was a fan, because we didn't realize, I think the case came with a fan. And we didn't realize it was there, so we brought it back and returned it for the money. And when we got back, and this was probably a couple weeks after we finished building it, there were signs on the building saying, we don't have, blah, blah, blah chip. The one particular chip. It was like a new release and stuff. I think that just come out. And that was the first hint that there was about the shortage in chips. How you doing, PT? By the way, nice. I gotta say this. I'm gonna do this because I do like to pump people up here. He actually, it's not done yet. And typically I'm trying to do more of the sharing from finished stuff, but since he's here, also I'll show Mini Mommy's thing. But she's friggin' hot, man. Don't mind me, I'm half drunk right now. No, I'm okay. So he's working on her. Wait, that's his. Problem is, it's like two of them, because I had my friend Rocket Cooper there share his as inspiration for this. Because he has literally the same model done. And actually, it's done very much the same way. I love her too. She's hot, man. PT, can you give a shout out as to where this mini comes from, so people know? Because I'm not sure. I know I could ask Rocket Cooper because he obviously did it. But she is lovely. I know your camera, although your camera's not bad. Oh, okay, Boomtap. But you know what company makes it? Does anyone know what company makes it? Boomtown's Minis on eBay, Etsy. Okay, so it's a 3D print. Okay, so it's a 3D print. Well, it's funny because Rocket Koopa I don't think has a 3D printer. So I'm not sure where he got it from, but probably like the same thing like PT did. But she is hot. And also, I really dig the fact that her hair is purple. So, you're doing a great job. You're doing a good job. And actually, your painting, I don't want to take credit. You did it. You still executed. All right? I did try to give you, or we did. We as a server tried to help. And you basically took what we told you to do, which was try highlighting things and thinning your paints, and you've run with it. And I'm so pleased. She's beautiful. And then, yes, this is what Mini Mommy has started. And she made that base. And I am so digging that base. But if I go through, this is the one. I know Rathmore painted that mini. So, that is a fantastic model by Reaper. I love it. Oh, let's see. Here's a tiny... Is that from Dungeons & Doggy? That's a cool doggy. Somehow I missed... Oh, I did miss it because I see the new thing. I didn't actually see the doggo. That is cool. I'm so thrilled, though, that you have gotten into doing painting. That you're really actually starting to try to get better. Yagrat's Orc Beauty. It's the king from War Vanguard. I saw dwarves and got it. It's an awesome mini. I will tell you right now, lips they're difficult. I think the thing is, like, lips and tattoos and things, they almost need like a hit of like your flesh tone to kind of go over them, or you need to keep it thin and somewhat translucent so the color of the skin sort of comes out so it ties in a little better. Because if you just paint like you initially did, where you just paint and you paint it, like a bright red, it doesn't look right. I've tried it. Believe me, I've been there and done it. So don't feel like I'm, saying anything bad here. Glaze your flesh tone over it. Yeah, exactly. So like if I did it on Grog. I actually, although I went back over and I ended up going over because I felt like my glaze was a little too heavy. But on like the tattoos and stuff, I did initially kind of glaze it. I also made them relevant because I think I made them so they were relevant to the skin tone too. I think one thing is, and I said, I don't want to overwhelm you with instructions here. Take it one step at a time and get better over time. Don't try to do everything at once. It's more like you're blending it into the skin and you're making the color relevant to the skin. Like it looks like it's on the skin rather than it's a painted red line, Like you just said. It's to me it's not easy. It takes practice. Hey, Acid Burn, by the way, I do have a Discord. It should be. So, if you want to join, by the way, I do have a section where I put everybody. I have the bot to put everybody's, or at least 25 people's streams in there, and I have not hit 25 yet. So, but if you want to join, you would be more than welcome in my Discord too. And yeah, you can share your work. And I will, if you're there, I will put your stream in. I also really should do E-Love. She's not technically on there, but Rathmore's on there. And it's really great. He keeps sharing her stream, so I probably should head her to the bot. But I wanted my Discord to really be a place where mini painters and gamers. I mean, I am looking for game chat. I keep saying that. People could talk about their games. We could talk D&D or Pathfinder or whatever. Vampire the Masquerade, that's the other system I'm doing right now. Or Starfinder. I love to chat geek stuff. So, I did this so I could stay in touch with people. And I want to make it really a place where people could get together, share their work, and pump, and build each other up. Or give good constructive criticism. Please, don't just be an a-hole. Oh, look at that. Naturally, I timed that great, didn't I? I feel like I'm not doing crap here. It's been, it's because I started this stream by taking a friggin' shot, and it's been downhill ever since. I probably shouldn't drink on stream. It's probably a bad idea. But you guys seem to enjoy it, so. Set of edge lining a little bit here. Need to go back in and add a little. I said I want it to read mostly black, or is that like this warm? It's meant to be kind of a warm black, so maybe not totally black. I'm used to working in graphics, and we have warm grays, which are basically kind of brown. Balgia, I painted my best mini ever with some blood in my alcohol. What? That wasn't the leprechaun, right? Because I think you've painted better than that leprechaun. And by the way, yes, you had. I'm not. I think I cut. What was it? 7 shots on your 1 hour 15 minute, or did they hit the extra time button for a half hour? Which incidentally, I like that as a channel point reward. It's just that most nights I could do it for Monday night. I'm sure it looked better after those 8 shots. Well, minis look better when it's blurry. Right? So, in about a half hour, the Ball GM's going to start streaming and we will be going to him. I think the other real great thing about the stream, but also that Discord, is I really love the connections that people are making. That they didn't know each other previously. Now they know each other, and I love seeing like Crimson and Baldy did not know each other before the stream, and I love the fact I'm making connections between people. It's. I am so glad I did it. I'm so glad I did that Discord, because I really had my doubts, but then I said I had something happen that basically got me to do it because I wanted to stay in touch with people. So. People are the big thing here. All right, so I started base coating. So now I'm gonna take some of this Palomino gold. That's a nice gold color. But what I'm gonna do, yeah, you should get your monster. Oh my gosh, he's doing a really incredible monster, by the way, on his stream. I'll be able to lurk for a while because I'm not going out till 7 o'clock tonight. No, wait, I'm leaving before that. We're meeting at 7:30, so I need to probably leave here about 6:15. So I'll be able to actually visit for a while. I'm happy. And then maybe I'll work on Grog or I'll work on something else. I still got my dreadnoughts. I'm almost done with them. I gotta get pictures of what I did yesterday. Basically right now, I've been working on the weapons that are going to be, some of them are going to just stay loose. And we can attach them. They can be interchanged, but there's like guns that go on the top of them, and those I'll actually glue in. Funny thing is, my client actually said don't glue them in, and then after one, he ended up getting one because he got 3, and he had one, and after one tournament with it, because he stole it back for the tournament, he basically brought back to me, because speaking of problems, I also need basing material that I can't find. But he brought back to me to do the base, and then he said, yeah, can you glue that in? And I was like, yeah, I kind of figured. It's going to be a pain in the neck. So I'm taking a little bit of the brown color, that ruddy leather that I started with, and I'm mixing it in. Because I like a bit of a... I mean, these are actually going to be small, so there's not going to be much transition here. There's going to be some, once I figure out where I'm going to have the light hit this. This is why I'm wearing these glasses, too. This is not easy to see. So what do people think? So I mentioned this earlier. I had a comic. I had Foxtrot linked to me on Facebook, and basically it was the I can't remember the kid's name because it's been a while since I used to read it when it was in the paper, when I used to get a newspaper. But basically the youngest son is a total D&D nerd, and he was playing D&D with his friend, and that minis are brought up. I keep wondering if the person, I can't think of his name, the one who writes that comic, I keep wondering if he paints minis. But basically it was, as they were taking battle damage, they were painting it on the mini. I'm like, that might be a fun little event. You run a D&D game and you combine it with mini painting. Now I've always had the idea of doing the thing where you run a 4-hour painting session before where people paint up a mini really quick. And then they have to build a character around it. You do that like at dinner time. And then you run a game with them in. But it might be kind of fun to actually have the mini there. And as they get damaged, they have to paint the damage on it. People think that would be fun. I think that would be fun. And I thought that'd be fun before I had the 2 shots. So I still think that might be fun. Because if people think that's fun, then that might be fun to run at a convention. I think this is a gold, this is a metal piece right here. I'm going to try to leave a little bit of a dark brown around the upper part. Trying to figure out all the buckles. He's got quite a few buckles. So when I kind of use the model itself and the sculpt to help guide my brush, because it's a raised area, so I try to hit it very lightly. To leave darker colors in the recess around it. Bah, no answers. I guess it's a terrible idea. I guess I just like painting that much that I want to incorporate it in everything. But I would love to do some sort of a convention event where I paint the minis first. Forget your thing, it would be great. I'd like to do that. You do not really have a big attachment to that mini paint job at the moment. You got a point there. Well, the thing is, if I'm the GM, you're probably not going to die anyways. Because that's sort of the way I roll. I don't tend to build, like, I like to knock characters down. I like to get them to 0. I like them to burn resources. But as for outrightly killing them, I'm not so keen on that. Although a convention game's a little different. I have a very different, for like short, how do I put it? For basically games that's only a short-term game, so like a module level game, which is a few sessions, or a one-shot, I have a very different mindset than for campaigns. Campaign, to me, it's about telling the story. For a module, it's about, to me, getting through it. It's about doing the challenges the game presents. Which is why, as I said, I cried on stream the other night when my best friend's character got killed. Also said it didn't help that they did such a killer job role-playing it, though, too. No pun intended. It was that good. It was tough. It was tough to listen to. I'm still trying to process it in reality, and it's a friggin' game. I was like, my own character's dying, I don't even feel this bad. Why do I feel so bad for that one? But it's a campaign, and let me go back around on this. I'm shading that. Okay, so that's all that. Now I'm going to go back into I'm going to actually go to the gold now. The Palomino gold. I do want to try to leave, I'm going to do this corner. So when I do highlights, I tend to, like on a buckle, I tend to do opposing corners. Oh, the little belt buckle thing is so tiny. But I tend to go opposite corners on my highlights. If you ever look, just look at, things in reality that have highlights to them. Sorry, summoning dwarves, I think it's funny. Oh, cool, that's fine. Does it a hammer in case someone dies? No! 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 We do not bash a mini that anyone painted. No, that's naughty. You look at it, if I put in 6 hours on someone's mini, it better not be smashed even if they die. Don't say that on a channel full of mini painters. And I know he's kidding, by the way. You will, it was always sunny in Philly, sorry, that show's cursed me. It probably has cursed a lot of people. Why did they do that? That show is evil if they did that. Look at it this way. I get horrified when people so everyone's been there. You've been at a convention game or whatever. No, convention game. Because usually people who you play with on a regular basis will know you enough to know not to do this. And people will take all the minis and group them up, just like this. And slide them, grab them all together. And you're just like, no! Don't do that. Oh, yeah, it's a board game where the losing team, all right, let me this way. If I did a mini that if I knew that going in, that could be fun, actually. So if we knew that going in and we didn't put a lot of time, and we wouldn't put a lot of time into it, just go real basic. But for most of us here, that is absolutely barbaric. It is. I don't know if you noticed too, I added a couple things into my slideshow, by the way. I added the back of Keel's cloak, and I added my Baba Yaga. Because I am actually really happy with the way it came out. I'm going to hit it again. Paint's pretty thin, so I need to hit this. Didn't do the top one yet. Oh god, there's not a lot of space here. And then we have to touch it back in there. 1 hour speed paint. Yeah, that's fair. It was a 1 hour speed paint mini that was dirt cheap. Also, it'd have to be smashable. If it's a Reaper Bones, you couldn't smash it. Like the original Bones. The newer Bones, the Bones USA, you probably could. They're more brittle. Gotta touch that up. Is that a challenge? I was gonna say, but that does seem. I'm with Shanur on this. That seems a bit barbaric. So the thing about non-metal metallics is you want to have really good contrast, and not only do you want to have good contrast, you want to have contrast in a fairly small area. But you want to make sure you try to blend things in. So I do want to leave some of that base color in there. Will it blend? What do you mean? Will what blend? Oh. With hydraulic press, you can crush most things. Hydraulic press channel. Wait, do we want a hydraulic press channel on my Discord? Speaking of blending. Oh, I know what it is. I didn't put the color, the blending color here. That's why there's such a steep difference. But that to me is like one of the keys. Let's see. No, it's a YouTube channel. Oh, it's a Finnish guy. It's special stuff in hydro. Oh, there is something for everybody, isn't there? Like, I mean, I've noticed there's like video. Of course, I know there's the pimple popping ones. There's the ones where it's just like visual. What is it, like ASMR? I don't know the terms that well. It's like a visual one. You know what? I don't like this. People have got their things. They really like that. I suppose a hydraulic press smashing things right up the same alley. That's great, though. Will it Blend? Oh, all right. I have to go back. So Will It Blend is a older YouTube channel where they put. There's another one where it's a high power blender to see if it will blend. That feels like Mythbusters for blenders. Another thing I think I might do is I might go back. Pig's accent's wacky. What's the gnarliest thing they blended? What's the gnarliest thing that you saw that they blended? I guess would actually be the question. To me, this is more of a... Like, I'm painting these other things that sort of... To me, they're straps, so... I feel like they look a little too much like than what I'm painting above. See if that blends in a little bit. Where did Crimson go? I want that answer. What did I paint it? Let's see. I want that side. So, yeah, same side. Make sure my lights are coming from the same general direction. Which would be from his left. Yeah, I know left and right, right? Back. No. Oh, haha. It's a question you can read, Kevin. What was the gnarliest thing that ever was blended? That you ever saw blended on that channel? If you can answer. Nah, that's too dark. This is going to be too dark. So let's see. Oh, yeah, see, that'd be my answer. I have no freaking clue. You need to fix that. I don't like that. Cell phones are always fun. Oh, jeez. With the battery inside? I guess that would be my question. And a shadow underneath that. You get this thing here. You get this, little Oh my god. What the hell is that called on a buckle? The thing that holds, the thing that goes through the hole. Wow, I suck. This is what happens when you get old and senile. You forget words. These spice was actually blendable. I mean, in a power enough blender, anything is probably blendable. I would think. I mean, maybe a diamond would not be blendable, but I mean, if you had a blender with the blades that could do it, you could do it too. This is fidgety. This is. This is small. Sorry if I'm I feel like I'm going off camera and probably are. Probably am going off camera because I know I do that. I think I'll do that. One other thing is, I think I want to make the clasp on his bag, actually. Oh no, you posted the YouTube channel, didn't you? Okay, I'm gonna try to even get the clasp on this bag. Actually, so just as a point, wow, it's 2:20. Just as a point, next weekend I will sadly not be streaming because I have to go to a different birthday party and it's during the day. So at least I got away with this one because I was going, I really don't like the thought of not streaming at all in friggin' April on Saturday. Because next week is the party that I have to go to it. It's a big deal. Then the following week I should be, The following week I should be on, I almost need a calendar. You know what? I did not switch my, it's not April yet, so let me see. Let me look at my calendar. Tilly's gonna, let's see. So I am streaming next week. Today is what? Today is April 2nd. Oh, it's April. So I am streaming on, I should be streaming next week. Make sure, I don't think anything. Yep, painting stream. I should be streaming the day before Easter. No, wait, I'm not streaming next week. I'll be streaming the day before Easter. I'll be streaming I'll be streaming the 30th, but I'll be off the 9th and the 23rd. The 23rd is Rising Phoenix Con, where I'm going to be running a paint and take that day. And then so next week I'm going to be at a party for my husband's stepmother. You know, pandemic really killed. We were supposed to have her, I think it's 80. I'm not positive. I think it's her 80th birthday, which is surprising. You wouldn't think so, looking at her. But it was a milestone birthday. It happened last year, but because of the pandemic, we're getting together this year. So I really need to be there. And so yeah, I said at least I get three streams in this month instead of just 2. As I said, I would have been kind of sad if I only got like 2 or 1 in. Well, it works out too because the third, thankfully, it's a 5 Sunday Saturday month. All right, so make this look more like the edge of a strap. Okay, that's better. Alright, I'm going to quickly try to get one of these. I'm going to take the gold non-monometallic, which is the only thing I actually have from that triad, is the highlight. Because this is just a great color to use. It's a good yellow. It's good for a lot of things. Get my stream equipment with you so we can all party together. I mean, yeah, sure. I can't. I mean, I've got my phone. I could technically stream off my phone, but I don't have it set up. It might be cool to actually sort of do that sort of thing. Streaming remotely if I was at like at a... Well, I could do it at a con. But usually I'm kind of busy. I do really like this color. One thing maybe I'll do on Monday night. By the way, Baldy, I've just said to say maybe I'll steal your idea from Monday nights though, and put in for channel points. Would people be interested if I put in a channel point reward for extra time? I can't do it on the days I raid into people, but I could do it on Mondays. If people are interested, let me know. You can let me know here. You can always contact me. I mean, you can message me here. You message me here with any ideas you'd like to see or minis you'd like to see. Or you can hit me up on Discord or any of my social medias. The links are all here. So, we'll see Baldy in a couple of minutes. Cyrus, did you literally just show up? You know we'll be going to Baldy in like 5 minutes. I'm going to call you Gel Tab. Because that's what he does. But it's good you showed up anyways. Alright, I'm going to get right to it. I'm going to add some white. Because with these non-metal metallic stuff, you really do need a white highlight. You need that shine. Oh my god, he already hit the button. I'm not going there for 4 minutes. Because I want to finish. I want to at least get one of these areas done. To show you what I'm doing. Put a little tiny white shine there. We had a great time today talking about... Oh, I wasn't going to put a white shine on the bottom. I've been out straight since 8 a.m. Just go home. I have to leave again. Oh, you're... Yeah. I don't want to eat actual dried paint. Nasty. I'm glad you dropped in, though. Even if it is for like 5 minutes. And as I said, we're going to the Bald GM, so it'd be nice to have you hang out with him. I will definitely be hanging out with him. I'm not sure how responsive I'm going to be in chat, but I will definitely be hanging out. Because I may do some more work on this. But it's only going to be basically to finish up what I started here. But as I said, we talked a little about D&D, because I kind of had to commiserate a little because I cried on stream because we lost a character. We lost a PC in our Thursday night Twitch game on Murder Hobo Inc. And then we talked about the fact that squats are real. The fact that the 40K, the Warhammer announcement was real and not just an April Fool. It was a double up bluff, I guess, is what they said. They claimed they didn't pay attention to the date. But boy, did it get them attention, didn't it? Alright, so these on the top are pretty much, I might go and work on them a little more, but these on the top are done. Believe me, it'll be much better when I get decent pictures to put up on my socials and on Discord. Or it'll be on Twitter on Discord. So, don't you freaking start, don't you give me that scrolly wheel. I think Twitch has been lagging a little bit. I know it's not me. I checked a speed test and my Streamlabs is in the green, so I know that I'm outputting fine. But anyways, I should be on Monday and Wednesday this week. Monday, of course, at 7 o'clock Eastern time until about 9. And maybe I'll add a channel reward. Oh my God. I'm like not even like drunk anymore. Or I wasn't even drunk. I was a little buzzed. I like feel fine. And I still can't talk. So Monday night, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, as I hope we'll try to make a push to finish this guy so that I can do my Reaper Bone 6 preview. It's the Spooter. You should post some work in progress pictures. I will, let's see, I'll be on, of course, I'll be Wednesday at 8:30 Eastern Daylight Time. Sorry guys overseas, this is when I can stream. I will not be here next Saturday. I said, I'm sorry guys. I really like being here Saturdays. You guys make it so much fun, and it's great to have the people who are from overseas be here. I love you guys. And I think that's it. The other thing I might appear on is Tuesday on Between the Rolls. I'm not sure yet. I don't know what the top... Oh, no, I think it's just going to be a normal topic. Because we've also been doing a world building thing on there. And that was this last Tuesday. So I might be able to do Tuesday. But I'm looking forward to Monday night as I continue to work on Mr. Grog. Here, I'll put him down. And I guess we should go rating because it is now time. If I can type it in. Thank you guys. I just appreciate always when you guys come and visit me. I love talking to people about anything. Yay! Thanks for the channel point rewards. Thanks for the sub, Shanur. Have a great day. And of course, thank you and happy painting.